Okay, I made a comment, we're gonna move down to items for discussion on the personal property tax. I made a comment that we keep all personal property tax. Now, that was told to me by, Black River. But it wasn't told to me by Carol View, and I will stand corrected. I went and actually got a personal property, listing for one of the mines, just because it's a breakdown. Like you said, I don't know what the percentage is, 12 or whatever. But we split up personal property. Everything that's collected in personal property taxes for the month of January and February is split up within the 5 entities, and we keep a percentage of it. Anything that's collected after the February date, that all does stay here in the town of Franklin.
It does, but it's only a percentage because.
I realize that, I realize that. Everything that's collected after the February date stays here.
But that's, the only reason it stays here is because we have
We've already been paid.
already paid the
We've already
treasurer.
been paid. And that's why I'm bringing.
No, not we have been paid. We have paid out all the personal property tax to the treasurer at Jackson County. And so if people don't pay us, when they come in the second half, when they pay us in the second half, they're paying us back. We've already paid that out.
Right.
So we're
right,
being paid back.
Right,
So it's not that we're
Right,
getting
right.
the whole lump sum. We've already paid out.
right.
the
We're getting to
people.
keep our percentage of whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I just want that to be understood. I was told that by Lori, the tax lister, and I should have went and talked to Carol Bew, the treasurer.
Joanne and
Or-
Forty Day Water.
Well, I talked to Carol Bew. I don't know if that was right or wrong, but that's who I talked to in the treasurer's office, So, I mean, I just want that to be known up front that that was a mistake. I should have went and verified it. The other thing that I was told is, and I have an issue with this one, I'm gonna give you this because we're not allowed to forego the interest on personal property tax. We can forego any penalties or forfeitures, but we're not allowed to forego interest. And that's set by the state of Wisconsin. So, because you get.
Whatever deal you wanna work out with the lawyer, I am not going to be dealing with that
No, this is-
anymore
this is
because I
through-
did it wrong
This is
last
through
year,
the
you told me.
treasurer.
Well, no, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you need to contact the lawyer for the people who are delinquent,
Mhm.
because you didn't like the way I handled it last year.
Well,
so.
you gave me a letter for 2 people, and you, in your letter, you said that they didn't have to pay the interest.
No, I told.
We don't have the right to go and do
Okay.
that. That's not, we can't do anything about that.
Okay.
So, I mean,
I
that's.
didn't tell
Yeah.
one, I only told one party that it would be if we got it back.
Yeah, well, we don't have the right at all
Okay.
to do that. And like I said, and that piece of paper will verify that. The other issue here is the hall rental. According to legal advice, we're not going to rent the hall to organizations. Birthdays, anniversaries, stuff like that we have ongoing now, and that's fine. But we're not gonna get into renting of the hall for organizations, and that's as per legal counsel.
That include church groups, like the Quilters and,
Until we hear from them, as it stands, as of tonight, there'll be no organizations that will rent the hall, period. The slip that we have everybody sign to go and rent the hall and the $50 that you charge, for that slip to be valid, we have to keep $25 of that. Otherwise, we don't have to go and, the slip means nothing. The slip is basically a liability slip to go and rent the hall, so in case something does
So-
happen. So from this point on, you will keep $25 of the 50. And that's
That was
as
something-
per legal counsel.
Okay, but that was something that was decided at the annual meeting last April, and now I have 2 parties running it this month. I told them that they.
Yes, and they've talked
will
to me,
get
they've
their
talked to me at
money.
home, yes, they've talked to me at home.
Okay, so now I have to tell them that we're gonna keep
These 2
$25?
parties that have already made the commitment, that's fine.
What's fine?
We're not gonna change the plan on those 2 people, because they've done this
So
before.
they're gonna get their 50 back?
Yes, because tonight's meeting just happened now, and those people have already called and asked, and I said, that's fine. The other thing is, we're not
Does that
giving,
mean they pay a $50 deposit and get 25 back, or just the $25? What?
It means they pay 50 and get 50 back.
these
No, no,
two
no,
people.
in the future.
In the future.
Oh,
You'll collect the 50 and then you'll send
And give
25 back.
25 back.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And the other thing that was at the advice of the attorney, because of the issues that are going on in this township, we are not letting the key out anymore.
Okay,
Somebody will come over and open the door, and somebody will come over and lock the door. Now, it can be anybody on the board. So if you're not available for whatever reason, one of us can do it too. But we're not letting the key out anymore. And that's as per legal. So, are we in agreement with the hall
Yes.
rental, John?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make a motion that we accept the new agreement for the hall rental. I'll make that motion to accept the new agreement for the hall rental.
I'll second.
oh,
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
aye.
All opposed, same sign, all right? Citizens' concerns. I have a letter here that I've been asked to read by an individual, by a couple here that lives in the town of Franklin. And this is dated October 9th, 2012, Township Board members. This is in response to some of the comments that were made by the board and some of the township members. Although we don't feel it's the business of anyone else, we want to set some minds at ease. We realize that you want to know all the factors involved before deciding on your proposal to rezone. Cooley Frac Sand approached us earlier this spring about the plans that they have for the land that they have purchased. It is a great plan and has steps in it to be minimally invasive, except for the fact that we are in such close proximity to them. We truly feel that they wish to be good neighbors. There have been offers made to buy our property. We feel that they have made us fair offers, which we are considering. We are open to the possibility of change. Cooley Frac Sand's plans have not differed from when we originally talked to them. We feel it is a great plan, nothing even close to any other sand mines in our area. It is going to leave the land open to many options for future use. I hope this sets our minds at ease. Thank you. And this is from Aubrey and Wayne Ebert, and Aubrey and Buzz Costos. Anybody else have anything for citizens' concerns? 5 minutes.
I do.
Chris?
First I should ask, is the incident that caused me my hall rental last Thursday, has that been resolved?
No, it has not.
Why, if I couldn't rent the hall then, why are we here tonight in the hall?
This is the original town, this is a normal town meeting.
Yes, but if something caused me not to have the hall rented for myself, why would that change? Why was it canceled? Why couldn't I have the meeting in the hall when we have people here tonight in the hall?
Because of the issue at hand. I actually called Julie and told her that there was an individual, and I thought we had the dates wrong. There was an individual that was gonna be renting the hall, I thought, on that weekend, and I told her too. I says, there's a possibility it won't be rented that weekend either. So
No,
according
you
to
told me it
legal,
would be okay for them.
pardon,
You told me they could rent it.
until further notice,
Hmm,
is what I said, and I will stand behind that.
okay.
We have an ongoing investigation, which we're not gonna talk about tonight. And, that's just the way it is.
Has that ongoing investigation that caused the hall not to be rented last Thursday, has that been filed with anybody to check that out? And why, what the concern was not to be able to rent the hall?
Well, according to the sheriff's department, yeah.
So if I call the sheriff's department, there is legal documentation that the hall could not have been rented that week.
I made that decision because of the situation at hand. I wasn't gonna put anybody in jeopardy.
Are we in, if the investigation is still going,
Yep.
aren't we in jeopardy right now?
This is a regular scheduled town meeting. According to legal, this meeting was fine because we're all here.
Nobody's paying any rent tonight.
So until this issue is said and done, it's not happening.
It won't happen anyway, because he's not having a birthday or a wedding anniversary, right?
My bar mitzvah.